Hello everybody, Ragtag Sagvi here. Welcome to the next episode. In the last episode, we found out a friend of Sunny's, a friend of Jolie named Sunny is being convicted for murder. So we are, as his arbiter, is going to look into this matter and see if we can find out the truth of this whole situation. We've also learned that some Madon kids have disappeared, as well as the Republic are recruiting mercenaries for something.
I hear you've been appointed as Arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Can you tell me anything about Sunry?
He's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered the Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman.
Are you saying someone your age couldn't overpower a woman?
I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunry here.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic.
Don't worry, Ella. I'll save him.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
We gotta try and find proof that he didn't do it. So that's done for this side. So I believe, I think the hotel we need to check out is on the other side of Madon. So we have to do a lot of running back and forth, which I now remember that's another reason why people hate Madon. If you're doing all the side quests you can, you're going to be doing a lot of running back and forth on this planet, on just this planet alone. Which I know many of you who've probably played Knights of the Old...
Leave your little hermitage in the forest and come help us stop the Sith. I guess you realize this was worth coming out of retirement for.
Yeah, that's right, Sonny. The Sith are the greatest evil to hit the galaxy since, well, the Mandalorians. And they're the worst thing since Exar Kun, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc.
You lost me there. You trying to make a point?
Look, everybody always figures the time they live in is the most epic, most important age to end all ages. But tyrants and heroes rise and fall, and historians sort out the pieces.
Are you saying what we're doing isn't important?
Malak is a tyrant who should be stopped. If he conquers the galaxy, we're in for a couple of rough centuries. Eventually, it'll come around again. But I'd rather not wait that long. So we do what we have to do. We try to stop the Sith. Don't start thinking this war, your war, is more important than any other war just because you're in it.
That's an interesting theory, but I don't buy it. The Republic stands for something. It stood for something for 15,000 years, and if it falls, everything will change forever.
You believe whatever you need to get through this, Sonny. The bottom line is we both want to stop Malak. So let's not get hung up on the details. Let's just get back to stopping him.
Interesting perspective. Anyway, as I was saying, for many of you who've probably played Knights of the Old Republic before, you are probably groaning because, again, you know how tedious this planet can be with all the back and forth we need to do. And ooh.
Precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Sith and Republic poking at each other, no surprise there. This dude right here. I'm gonna be saving him for a little later, but you need to speak to him on your own. It's either the Shady Rodian here or this dude. I know one of them you have to speak to them on your own. Right over here, I think this should be the hotel? Yeah, that's the Republic Embassy. I'm gonna save that for a little later. The Visitors Hotel. Let's see what we can find out here.
You were the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Could it have gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Let me see. We can persuade him to say it, but I can't remember if we want the best possible result in the court. If we want to have him lie, essentially, if Sunry did leave after the shot. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Because, yeah, I think if we have him lie, it will work against us. So, we won't have him lie for us. Who are the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally, I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
What do you know of Sunry and Alyssa?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, I think that's all we can ask him
okay.
for now.
If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
So yeah, if I remember correctly, if we want the best outcome for the court, we cannot have him lie about him saying that he saw Sunry leave after, before the shot went off.
You with the cell, Kath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
What do you know about Sunry and Alyssa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alassa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
You mean Sunry was having a relationship with Alyssa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master?
Oh, well, Alassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
What did you see?
Well, one time, I saw Alassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
So she was a Dark Jedi.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Interesting. So Alyssa was a Dark Jedi. Even though Sunry may have left after the shot went off, for a crippled man to shoot a dark Jedi in the back seems very unbelievable. After all, Jedi or dark Jedi, they would have the Force. They would usually sense lethal intent and of an individual.
Got it.
And even if he did somehow get the drop on her, there's still the matter of fact that she has a lightsaber and Force training. So an ordinary dude going up against a dark Jedi, that, especially an old guy on top of that doesn't sound like a very favorable outcome. I have questions about the murder of Alyssa. Great camera. Why were you at the hotel? What did you see?
Gruporci itakanki chana kilikon. Grupor nibo jimata witun nage. Tong abag sunsham u grupor ninong. Grupor tang hit wamaji sarkat ad inkotune. Tong kimba no kun nikset abag.
Why were you at the hotel?
Grupor yon tung chiwi ita. Hola un chikne mulira grupor. Kon muli slimo pui wanga kun biskin. Grupor kimba nikcha lora kun.
Oh, what about Alyssa's room?
Lupar pichage borang turang. Lupar wangki yumabat malyaw no wish. Lupar no una pangpa. Mulira kongking.
Did someone pay you to do something in that room, Gopor?
Kun mulira slimo poi wanga kun makachisa gupor. Tong abag sinshan lupor ninong kili. Lupor chiwaka aita kang kicha na selkat. Lupor nibo, mulira grupo, ni Sith. Lupor siya, lupor pampa ki mulira kun king. Lupor chachopa, si chawa wish kun. Lupor bagra shak konti cha yuman. Tang itzalkat wama jiko na. Lupor ag inkotune. Lupor no mulira, chuna mulira, tong pa no kun, no nek. Lupor chachopa, lupor bagwa shank konti machid nada chawa yishun kun.
So we know that now we know that someone approached Gilpor to plant that metal in the room. So someone is definitely trying to frame him. I forget if asking about the murder. No more questions? Yeah, okay, he won't ask anything else. So I believe that's...
Yes?
What?
Karf, please let me through. I believe that's everything we can learn about in the hotel. I don't know if this brings any more things to Ingus.
Now, huh? Well.
So let's return... Mysterious Man.
Jedi, I hear you're investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so, kinda.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
So just give it to me?
No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
So, if we explore the embassies, we might find out something. Well, we're right next to the Republic embassy, so let's have a look here.
Welcome to Manan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid.
Why are you soldiers looting so much KOTOR?
KOTOR is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, KOTOR becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest KOTOR and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our KOTOR supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage.
I have some questions about Oro City.
A beautiful place, Ato City. A paradise on the water. But remember, within the city itself, the Selkath have absolute authority. They're a tough race, but fair. Obey the Selkath laws, keep the peace, and you should encounter no problems. I assume you received a visitor guide to the city when you docked your ship. I regret there is little I can tell you that's not in the visitor guide, my good Jedi. My duties rarely permit me to venture beyond the walls of the Republic Embassy.
I'm on a mission from the Jedi Council. Perhaps you can help me with it.
Oh, of course. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council.
I seek a star map, the remnant of an ancient forgotten race.
An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manan?
You know something?
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
What do you want me to do? I believe this persuasion will always fail.
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Ato City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phoraxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
Where is the droid?
It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do.
How do I get into the Sith base?
There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our Enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far.
Interrogating the prisoner sounds good.
Good. It's a logical place to start. But you should also hear about the other options available to you. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way.
Encrypting the passcard sounds good.
It is a very intelligent and skilled individual who can crack the matrices of a Sith encryption system. But there is one last method you should know about in case all other options fail. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a passcard to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
I think I'll try the prisoner.
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Now we should have access to the Republic base.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
Terminal
The
sequences?
strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Interesting. So this is what we can do if we want to do the cards. Let's slice into their system. We can open their doors for 100 spikes. Access to their restrictive archives. Download the Sunry incident. Switches to a fisheye view of some sort of small surveillance. A beautiful young woman enters the room, followed by a much older man. As she walks further into the room, he softly closes the door and pulls a blaster and shoots her in the back. This must be some sort of secret recording of Sunry's murdering Alyssa. We can disable the local power grid if we want, but no. So did he really kill her? This must be the prisoner.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet.
What did they do to him?
The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now?
Yes.
Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion. We have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while.
What do I have to work with?
What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch.
A catch?
Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback.
I detect a pattern here.
It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then?
Yes.
Hey, you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
Let's start. Inject it with the neutral system. Start over. Let's
What do you want?
Let's see. Relax. I'm not here to threaten you.
You're not. You lies. You work for the Republic.
If you talk, we can make it worth your while.
Ha, worth my while. The Sith don't pay very well, but they'd kill me.
Let's see, what's the next responses? We're the only ones who can take you in now. I don't want to hurt you.
What do you want?
We know about your companion.
What companion?
Let's see. Perhaps we should give you back to the Sith, but keep him.
Of course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
You can't do this to me. They would kill me in ways too horrible for you to imagine. What do you want?
Let's see here. Maybe we should do something about Tila.
Tila? How did you find out about her?
Talk or something may happen to her. We could make both your lives easy in the Republic.
No, never.
Damn, he blanked out.
Let's inject him. Alright, so let's do this all over again.
You're not.
I'm not here to hurt you, so let's pick all the things we picked before.
You work for the Republic.
See, make it worth your while. Go back.
What?
You know about your companion.
Of course.
You... What do you want?
Do something about Tila. Ooh. Talk, or something may happen to her.
No.
Damn.
Come on, how did that not work? Let's do this all over again.
What?
Of course, they...
You can't do this to me. They would kill me. What do you want? Tila? How did you find out about her?
We have her already. She may be spared if you talk.
No.
Come on, how all of them fail?
He blanked out. Giving up so soon? I think he could last a bit longer. Come back if you want to try to break him again. He's not going anywhere for a long time.
How do they fail? I select the right options. Alright, I'll try this guy again later, because apparently the game's like, nope, screw you, you're not getting it. Well, anyway, let's check with, Roland.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from...
Oh, I have not.
Critical factor. We cannot allow the Sith to decode that data recording, or our operations on Manan will be compromised. Have you managed to...
Alright, I can't question him about it until I get the data, so... Yeah, so I think we'll end things off here. In the next episode, I'll try again, in the next episode to get him to talk. I might do most of it off screen just to save a bit of time. So I don't know why it's failing. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, do like the video, it helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this episode, and share the video so that more people can discover my content and help the channel grow. I'll see you all next time. Later.